It is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. D.S. Scrooge to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, yeah, Tua's going to hit that target as much as anybody in the league. Avoiding injury and being available is really the only question mark now in Tua's career.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down Miami.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Going play action, Tagovailoa. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Tua out of the pistol. He'll step up, and there he goes. And Tagovailoa hits the turf, sliding down after picking up the first.
13 yards on the play.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from.
3rd and long for him here. Getting out to his left. Making the call himself. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
The Dolphins, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Achan takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Devon Achan with the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Things going well so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
And this one doesn't go far.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that. These D coordinators hate quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Rodgers going to throw here. Third down. Absolutely fires this one right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. It's a design boot. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion. You never want to overlook those Mike backers when you're throwing short, Brock. So often it's those guys and not the corners or the safeties that are going to be the ones in there breaking those up.
Yeah, and so often these linebackers of today, these middle linebackers, are just oversized safeties. They can really run and play the ball as he just did.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is a Dolphins first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Tua off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Here's a screen for Achane. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This is Metcalf working that right side. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Yeah, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep this time. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Escapes a defender. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. The Miami offense sent it out there now. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. First call here coming from the shotgun. The motion receiver left. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
5 DBs out there for the Steelers. Third down. Tua now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He passes the 35. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made back at his own.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have second and pretty long here. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Air it out on third. Gets this one to Waller. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That's good.
Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Tagovailoa on first down. This is complete to Waller. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Here's Tua again. He's got it near the 10. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Gain of 27 more yards. That's another Dolphins first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Achane has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take a 13-0 lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
14. Steelers, nothing.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Rodgers from the gun. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
It's pretty clear you're trying to find ways to get this player in space, right? That's where he's most dangerous. But the defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came of that one.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator is going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call a blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before he could get started.
And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Steelers 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Eskridge on the return. Jukes away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
They'll start the drive with A-Chan. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And stick with A-Chan. He dodged the tackle. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Waddle makes the catch. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He gets 6 on that play, and that is a Dolphins first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging on to the football.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Waller with the catch. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the point fake. Here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Jack Jones making that tackle.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On 2nd down, Warren escapes the defender. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They'll go again with Warren. They'll only get 3 here as we've reached the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Completed left side to Smith. And he's sent down right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. This finds Austin complete. And he hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Austin's there to haul it in. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down and goal to go.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Has it in close. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Eskridge on the return. Jukes away from one. The Dolphin offense taking over late in this half. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the second quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tua. Here's a screen for Achane. And he's tackled for a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Running back sent in motion. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. It is caught left side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got first down here from the 36. He'll throw it. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They've got a man in motion. Back to throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Rodgers set to pass. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Throw here, 3rd down. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. Man, the Steelers have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Given 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Steelers first down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Rodgers going to throw on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no regret.
He will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dolphins 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's Achane from the pistol. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis, at least momentarily, averted. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
He's going to push one. Big gain downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skids down inside the 35-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Achane, a 1st down carry. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, siphoning up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. 2 now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that takes them to 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up 4th down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took the shot. They just couldn't finish it.
The kick by Patterson is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting completion.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's another Steelers first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Play action here with Rodgers. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They'll get 31 yards on the play. Man, the Steelers have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
A 38-yard attempt.
Boswell able to knock it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Chris Boswell to kick
now
off
Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. And This drive will start inside the 25. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Finds his back, Achane. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. That stop made by T.J. Watt.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Okay, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
a run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Gainwell trying the right side. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Rodgers from the gun. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Running left, it's Gainwell. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. That's caught in stride by Freiermuth. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Dolphins bring out a fifth defensive back on third. Rodgers will look to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on fourth. Going for it with Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You look at the tendencies and the stats, Kate, fourth and that distance, typically you see pass. Unless, of course, you got the perfect running play in your back pocket and a whole bunch of trust in the people around you.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Warren running between the tackles. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They sneak it with Rodgers. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They'll run now with Warren. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers off the play action. Throws caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Looking for it with Warren. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Steelers 31, Dolphins 17.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. He dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Going the out route, complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Going on 3rd, Tagovailoa. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. They'll bring the tight end in motion. Trying for it, it's H.M. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. Into the red zone. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Tua and the Dolphins getting set to try for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone and make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter.
Steelers 31, Dolphins 25.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Steelers take over.
The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Warren quick on the draw. Oh, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have it.
Yeah, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Finds the in route complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down Miami.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. It's Achan on the inside give. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Achan again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. They'll work against the blitz. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Here's Riley Patterson. A lot riding on this field goal try. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Cracking for it, and it's good! And that will make it a field goal game.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line. Second down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Escapes a defender. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. First down now, ball at the 33. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on 2nd down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Dolphins trail by a field goal. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Downfield, this finds Waddle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here he is to throw. That's to Waddle again. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's a give inside to Wright. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's good for a couple of yards. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Makes the the grab in bounds, left side. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Right, running out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Nearing the last half minute of play. Now 2nd and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. He's got it in the red zone. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and goal, Miami.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. He'll look to throw it. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Kate, how many times have we sat in meetings and heard from offensive coordinators, get down to this area, we got to be able to run it. Got to be able to run it. We get time coverage. So you know what you should do? Run it.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here's Riley Patterson. A lot riding on this field goal try. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he takes a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
Complete to Pat Pryor. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop, too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. On the return, here's Gainwell. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. Jukes away from one. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
18. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. 1st down, and they go right back to it. They'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. Rodgers set to pass. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Play action here with Rodgers. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Just a reminder, a touchdown doesn't end it here, but it would put them on the edge of victory. Here's 2nd down. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Rodgers going to throw on 1st. Throw is caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers go in front. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now for the extra points and a 7-point lead to defend here in overtime. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dolphins 31.
Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score. But starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. He dodged the tackle. Dancing past him. And he goes out of bounds, short of the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40. The Miami offense headed out there now. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Now it's his turn in overtime. This is complete to Waller. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Motioning the tight end now. 1st down, here's Tua. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Tua now from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
This entire game hinges on them finding the end zone, Brock, as they come up on 2nd down. Sticking in the air, it's Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got it at the 5. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-point game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Now for the point after to keep this one going. And everyone can breathe easier here as he knocks the point after through. And now it's golden goal here in overtime. Next score wins. Now, these new overtime rules have given us quite the game here, haven't they? Now it is next score wins as we're off again. On the return, here's Gainwell. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers' offense headed out. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
All right, Brock, both teams have had their opening salvos. Next score wins it in OT as they come up on 2nd down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. To the air on 1st down. Rodgers. Knocked away, and that's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Going again here. It's Rodgers. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's a gain of 4.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throwing again. Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Trying the left side with Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. This entire contest rests on his next kick. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.